Our friend Jen Bowman's here from the Rock River Valley Blood Center. How are you?
I'm doing very well. How are you this
Always
morning?
good to see you. I'm good.
Thank you for having us.
Oh, you dropped me a note, said, hey, things are going on. We need to tell people about it. That's really all it takes with me.
Well, thank you.
Fill me in. What's happening? You brought two lovely people with you as well.
I did, so hopefully I will shut up quickly. But one of the programs at the Rock River Valley Blood Center...
Let me move this just a little bit forward. There we go.
One of our programs is as a donor and apheresis center for the National Marrow Donor Program, the Be the Match Marrow Registry.
People have probably seen that logo, Be the Match, Be the Match. Okay.
And that's where we get people to join the registry, and then they end up in a database, and then patients that need a marrow cell transplant for any number of reasons, that's where the transplant centers search for matching donors. And then if one of our donors comes up as a match, we help facilitate the collection of the cells and all that type of thing. So
great.
It's a huge program. It's a lot of work, and we have a whole department that does that work here in the community. And our newest member of the team is sitting next to me, and her name is Jacqueline Considine. She's the donor recruiter for our Be the Match program. And one of the things she's charged with is especially working with people in the community that have been affected by marrow cell transplants and helping them give back, champion efforts, and what have you. And we have with us today Miss Kate Foster, who has been in the community and kind of a presence in the community for many, many years. She was quite young when she was diagnosed, and I'll let her tell her story, but we're having an event today at Rockford University. From 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., and Kate will tell you the rest, but we encourage people, especially those between the ages of 18 and 44, to come down and join the registry today and learn how they can have an impact on someone that is looking for a donor.
Now, this is different than coming, for people who are looking at, I'm not familiar with all it, this is different than coming to give blood.
Yeah, it's a very simple process. There's a lot of paperwork involved. We have to find you. So we have to have information on where Riley's going to be in 10 years if you come up for a match. So there's a lot of, what's your grandma's address? Give us people that'll be able to find you.
And if you're moving, you keep in touch to let them know that you've moved.
And college kids are like our number one target, because young people have stronger veins. They've got more blood circulating. We especially like young men between 18 and 44. And that's just not me personally.
I was going to say, I know you do, but yeah, I understand the importance to the program as well.
Yes.
Sure.
And then you basically do the swabs that you see on CSI and things like that collect basically cells from inside your mouth. And those all go to a repository, and it gets populated kind of as a formula that becomes your personal formula. And that's what's checked against when patients are looking for a match for a marrow cell transplant.
Okay, so it comes up that somebody needs it, and they go through, and lo and behold, mine matches up for there.
Right, and if you joined with us, then Julie, who's Jacqueline's boss and my coworker, would be the one that gets the call, and there's a workup process and a physical exam for you and all that stuff. But the cool thing is, at that point, the patient's finding out, that there's a match out there.
Yeah.
And that there's a possibility of them being cured. A lot of the diseases that stem cell and marrow cell transplants treat are curable with these things. And it's not just blood cancers, though that's the most common. Technology is showing us the research with stem cells impacting diabetes, ALS, MS, sickle cell, obviously, things like that. That's really, I think, the way that all blood banking is kind of moving, is more into a cellular therapy side of things. And it's really exciting to know that the lives that are impacted, and here's one right here. So it's an important program for the Blood Center. It's something that we choose to do. It's something we elect to do. And we basically cover about a 150-mile radius of Rockford. So if you're in that area and want to get involved in any way, let us know. I'll come back to talk about the Red Shoe Run, but that's one of the big parts of the Red Shoe Run when we talk about organ, tissue, blood, bone marrow, and cornea.
Because you raise funding, but you raise awareness, which is really the key to all of this, is having as many people know how they can help and what they're doing and how it helps to get that message out.
And stem cell, people hear stem cells, and sometimes it seems very foreign and very kind of odd to them, but it's a very common practice, and it's a pretty natural process where our body's continually making new cells, so it's not a big deal for us to get rid of some and give them to someone else, especially if ours are healthy.
All right. So, and the ages that you're looking for again are?
18 to 44. Obviously, you're not a bad guy if you're over 44, but...
I'm happy to hear that.
With limited funding and looking for the best match for patient outcomes, that's what the age range is. Now, people that are already on the registry, you're not like kicked off at 44. You stay on there till your 61st birthday. But, we've got limited resources nationally, worldwide.
Sure.
So we want to look at the best patient outcomes. So the best donors for patients to survive are usually younger. So obviously the perfect match is the biggest deal. But then after that, having young people, and then, if they're young, they're around to maybe give a booster donation later on, because sometimes we do need kind of a backup. So
sure, but you could really make the difference in someone's life, as you could attest. Now, tell us about the diagnosis and how it went from there.
Yeah, so I was diagnosed with acute myeloid leukemia when I was 12, and I ended up getting 2 bone marrow transplants. The first one was from my little sister, who was a perfect match, and the second one was from an unrelated donor that we were hooked up with through Be The Match, and she was also a perfect match, so everything went great.
Outstanding. Now, obviously, you're in contact with one of your donors, being that it's your sister.
Yes.
Do you make contact with the other one? Is that a choice the two of you make? How does that work?
Yeah, so I think it's a year after your transplant, you can contact your donor through Be The Match, and if both sides are, willing to communicate, then they put you together, and
yeah. And how do you say thanks?
Amazing. I know it's incredible.
Words seem to not be enough, but that's all you have. I don't know how you would even begin to express your gratitude for this sort of help.
Right. I know. I love my donor so much, and she's just amazing. What she did for me was incredible.
And how are you now?
I am fantastic.
Good.
Doing great.
You look fantastic,
yes.
but we're free. We have maintenance that you continue on. What happens?
So I go.
This is in the rearview mirror.
Right. Yep. It's definitely in the rearview mirror. I go to the hospital once a year to get checkups and just get some tests done, see how I'm doing, and that's about it.
Wow. That in and of itself, if that doesn't prompt you to look into, see if you can't be a match for somebody, I really don't know what would be. Because were it not for these donors, we wouldn't be having this chat.
Right.
I mean, it's that
cool.
simple. It's that simple. And all it takes is a phone call. All it takes is going to your website, rrvbc.org.
You got it.
See, I've done this a time or two. Got all the information sitting right there? Mm-hmm. I feel sorry we haven't even gotten you into the conversation yet. Jen. Oh, I'm just going to talk for a second.
Tell us about today's event.
Yeah, tell us about this cool event, Jacqueline. What's coming up?
Well, it's pretty awesome. I've been working with Kate side by side, and we've planned this event for Rockford University. It's from 10 to 2 today, and we would love to see you. It'll be pretty awesome to work side by side with somebody that's been touched by this, to actually reach out to the community that we're within. I work a lot with different communities, unfortunately, and I'd love to stay here a little more.
Sure.
As far as if you can't make it to the drive, we do have a promo that you could use that keeps you linked to the Rockford area, and that's Swab for Life. So if you would like to join and you can't make it today, feel free to do that as well.
Absolutely, yeah. If you can't make it today, that doesn't mean they don't ever want to see you again, because today only. Make a call, make a plan, find another time to get together and do this, because the need is not going to go away.
Nope, and you can stop at any of our donor centers or go to any of our blood drives at any time, and the materials that are needed are there, and they can help you join the registry right there. So if today doesn't work out, but we'd love to see a big group come down to Rockford University and support Kate and all the work she's put in. You get a choice when you survive something like AML, and she's choosing to give back to other people in the community and trying to save lives. And Rockford University is an awesome place for us to go. There's a diverse campus base there. Lots of kids that are really intelligent and into helping, and they know the impact that they can make. So we're hoping to have a really great day. The sun is supposed to be shining. There's no snow.
No, nothing should get in the way of it.
So drive on through campus, and it's at the Student Center, right?
Yes.
And from 10 to 2, and you can sign up right there. Or like Jacqueline said, anytime you can go to our website and you can click on Join the Marrow Registry. And because there are sometimes costs involved, and because if you say tied to us, that means that if you do come up as a match, it's easier for us to immediately get you in and talk to you and start counseling you on what it's going to be involved with for you to be a donor. We encourage you to use those promo codes, and it's Swab for Life.
Swab for Life, yeah. Get involved in that. Get over to Rockford University as well. Ladies, I appreciate you all coming in. What a great story, Kate. Good to see you, and good to see you in such fine health as well. I think you're absolutely doing the right thing and helping to spread the word. Jacqueline, welcome aboard. Good to have you here. Jen, it's always a pleasure to see you.
Thank you,
You come back,
Riley.
talk Red Shoe with us one of these days?
Yeah, I'm going to drag this one with me. So she's our newest member, so I want her to get used to radio.
Oh, and get used to hanging with Jen. Yeah, see, one will be easier than the other one.